Ever wondered what transforms a fast jet into an aerial legend? What secret recipe lets some aircraft slip past radars, outmuscle rivals, and turn dogfights into mere spectator sports? Welcome to Defense Firepower. Today, we're popping the hood on America's war machines, so advanced they practically rewrite the rulebook on air supremacy. Stay tuned. By the end, you'll know exactly why no one in their right mind wants to tangle with Uncle Sam's Sky Squad. Stealth is part art, part wizardry, and the F-22 and F-35 are masterpieces. The Raptor's radar cross-section is a microscopic 0.0001 square meters. Imagine spotting a marble on the moon from your backyard. The Lightning II isn't far behind, slipping past radars like a ninja in broad daylight. China's J-20 clocks in around 0.05 square meters, still stealthy but more peekaboo than now you see me, now you don't. And Russia's Su-57? With an RCS anywhere from 0.1 to 0.5 square meters, it might as well be wearing neon stripes. In modern air combat, not being seen is half the victory, sometimes more. Think of a jet's agility like a sprinter's explosiveness, only in the air. At its heart is the thrust-to-weight ratio, literally how many kilonewtons of push each kilogram of jet carries. The F-22 Raptor tops the podium here. Its twin Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines each produce 156 kilonewtons of thrust, pitted against an empty fuselage weight of about 18,000 kilograms. That yields a ratio comfortably above 1:1, meaning the Raptor can accelerate straight up like a rocket sled, yank into tight climbs, and reverse course on a dime. By comparison, China's J-20, still reliant on its interim WS-10A engines, musters around 120 kilonewton apiece. That drops its thrust-to-weight down to roughly 0.71. Imagine trying to sprint up a steep hill in flip-flops. You'll get there eventually, but you won't win the race. Russia's Su-57 edges just over the 1:1 mark, thanks to its AL-41 F1 power plants, about 147 kilonewtons, but its heavier airframe blunts that edge in sustained high G-turns. In a knife fight above the clouds, those extra fractions of thrust let an F-22 pilot go from on your six to lost you in a blink, giving America's airmen the split-second advantage that wins dogfights. Ever heard a jet scream past without the fiery roar of afterburners? That's Supercruise. The F-22 can sustain Mach 1.5 plus without torching all its fuel, perfect for lightning strikes deep in enemy territory. The Su-57 manages about Mach 1.3 when it's in the mood. And that J-20? Its promise of Mach 1 Supercruise hinges on the still mysterious WS-15 engine, which so far feels a bit like vaporware. Bottom line, US. Jets sprint farther, faster, and do it with style. The F-35's AN APG-81 AESA radar can spot a 1M, target at 150 kilometers, juggle 23 tracks, and engage 19 of them simultaneously. Multitasking levels that would make your smartphone jealous. Its distributed aperture system stitches 6 infrared eyes into a 360 degrees awareness dome. Picture Predator vision, but armed with missiles. Sure, China and Russia boast AESA radars too, but their software integration often feels like installing last year's OS on cutting-edge hardware. In the sky, seeing first means shooting first. Raw firepower is great, but adaptability wins wars. The F-35A hauls 5,700 pounds of ordnance inside. AIM, 120 AMRAAMs, JDAMs, even hypersonic Mako missiles. Then straps on up to 18,000 pounds externally for when stealth isn't the top priority. The Raptor's trio of internal bays can carry 6 AMRAAMs plus 2 Sidewinders, or 1,000-pound bombs, and its 4 5,000 pounds rated hardpoints add serious punch. J-20s and Su-57S can lug hefty missiles too. but hanging them outside is like wearing camouflage under a neon vest. Defeats the purpose. A jet's combat power starts with reach, and the US masters that game. The F-22 Raptor darts 760 kilometers on a tank. The F-35 Lightning II pushes to 1,080 kilometers, enough to span entire theaters without refueling. But raw range is just the baseline. With over 550 KC-135 and KC-46 tankers and a global web of bases, from Alaska's icy strips, across Europe and the Pacific, down to Qatar's desert fields, USAF fighters can top off fuel mid-air, swap weapons on the ground, and launch again in hours, projecting force anywhere. Even more, efficiency drives endurance. F-35 operating costs tumbled to about $35,000 per flight hour in 2019 and aim for $25,000 by 2025. So more sorties fly without blowing the budget. By contrast, Russia fields only around 75 Su-57, and China's J-20 logistics and tanker capacities are still catching up. Neither can match the US combination of range, refuel flexibility, and cost per hour efficiency that keeps America's fighters, and the worlds they protect, always within reach. Picture this: loyal robotic wingmen, cheap, expendable, and packing a punch. Enter Anduril's YFQ-44 Fury drones, designed to scout, jam, and strike alongside piloted fighters at a fraction of the cost per unit. China's loyal wingmen and Russia's Okhotnik exist too, but they're still in prototype limbo, more sketch than reality. The US plan to mass-produce swarms of inexpensive autonomous fighters ensures more eyes, ears, and missiles without bankrupting the treasury. 7 game-changing advantages. 1 undisputed champion. America's fighter fleet still sets the gold standard for air power. Do you think China or Russia can ever really close the gap? Or will US jets continue writing the textbook on aerial dominance? Share your thoughts below, and let's see who really owns the sky. Thank you for watching Defense Firepower. If you enjoyed this deep dive, we invite you to subscribe to Defense Firepower and hit that bell so you don't miss the next real-world military firepower breakdowns. Stay locked and loaded.